Hey Maplers, Coppersan here. Today we're training the Nova Warrior Kaiser to level 200. Our soft bread roll starts off in Edelstein, where we train until level 32. Kaiser plays a little bit as if the two developers that created this class couldn't decide which mechanic to go with, so they just did a little bit of everything. Kaiser has a gauge that needs to be filled before he can transform into a more epic version of himself doing amazing things, but he also has a special exclamation mark button which can be used to trigger skills to fill the gauge faster. This class plays a little bit like the bastard child of Aaron and Buccaneer, and there's like a bunch of other different things from different classes. It's a very interesting class. Like I said, we're training in Edelstein until we reach level 32. We'll be using a 2x XP card along the way, and we're in Luna, which is a regular server. Kaiser has two different modes he can be in. One is an attacking mode and one is a defending mode. The attacking one increases damage and the other one increases defense. We're playing Kaiser, so obviously we have a thing for hurting ourselves, so we'll be using the attacking mode during this video as it speeds up training. First job, Kaiser gets a double jump, a skill that increases defense, and a boost to your regular attack called Slash. Yeah, remember when I said this class had a little bit of everything? Demon Slayer is one of those everythings as well. Kaiser's Dragon Slash works sort of the same way. Attack a couple of times, each time you attack you have a different effect and it does more damage. It has short range though, so Kaisers really need to be up and close to hit enemies. There also is Flame Surge, which fires a small ball of fire. This skill fills up your gauge and it can be triggered with the exclamation mark button, but you don't have to get used to it at all. Like, while I'm sure it helps Kaisers train a bit faster and you do a bit more damage and it has some other bonuses, if you want to main this class you might want to invest more time into actually learning this, but for me it's just a filler class for my Legion, so I ignored it completely and I was just fine without it, so don't worry too much about it. After reaching level 32, we went to the Coninck swamp and we stayed there until we reached level 42. As you might have noticed, I have a priest following me around. We're training old school this time, baby. Plus the priest is too high level, so she can't really leech anything, but I do get Holy Symbol, which is a buff that gives me more EXP. If you're an old school player, you might remember playing this way. You also might remember the name that my character has. There was a popular high level Chief Bandit in MapleStory Global by the same name. Oh man, like higher level players were really stalked and followed around back then like some kind of celebrities. People would even try to like take their name or have something very close to their name just to try and pose as a high level player. Imagine doing that. In their second job, Kaisers get a buff to the Dragon Slash. But no worries, in fourth job this attack will become completely obsolete, so just deal with it for now if you're also playing Kaiser. You also get two other new attacks, one is Impact Wave and one is Piercing Blaze. I think that beginners, their regular attacks probably have more range than these two attacks, but at least with Piercing Blaze you can move a little bit faster. First and second job advancement are not that great for Kaiser. You can also summon 3 blades with Tempest Blade, which besides looking cool as hell isn't really that useful for training because the attacking part of this skill has a 10-second cooldown. Later on they do get buffed though. The next level of Defender mode gives it a whooping additional 200 defense. Paladins around the world are probably quaking in their boots right now from these crazy high numbers, 200 defense. Attacker mode gets an additional 10 attack power, 2% critical rate and 5% boss damage. We went to the Copper Sandrakes in Sleepywood and we stayed there until we reached level 60 and get our third job advancement. Our soft bread roll is about to get crispy on the outside with the final transformation skill. This skill allows you to transform into the true Kaiser, increasing your damage, and you can teleport when using the skill again. Kaiser is the only warrior class that can teleport as well as do flash jumps. Dragon Slash gets another upgrade, but at this point Pressure Chain already replaces Dragon Slash since it actually has some range. Plus it looks cool. Like, Kaiser is a cool class. The transformation looks cool, summoning dragons is cool. Everyone wants to look like Kaiser, they just don't want to be a Kaiser. But yes, Kaiser can summon a stone dragon which draws in monsters and attacks from time to time. It isn't the strongest skill, but it's useful to get multiple monsters in one spot. Kaiser also gets some sweet buffs with Canalize, for example, increasing attack power, critical rate and final damage. They also get self-recovery, which allows them to recover HP and MP every now and then during combat. Wait a second, doesn't the hero have like the exact same skill? Man, this class is just taking everything from everyone. But anyway, most importantly, Defender mode gets another amazing update, enhancing you with 200 additional defense. Can anything hurt Kaiser? Well, the answer is yes, because 200 defense is not a lot. But you will also heal some missing health if you use your Dragon Link skills while in Defender mode, so that's actually pretty nice. Attacker mode gets more enhancements as well, and final damage increased by 5% when using Dragon Link skills. We also get Wing Beat, which summons a tornado that travels a certain distance and does damage. The skill gets buffed in your final form, and it's actually a pretty fun skill to use. And Curse Bite, which increases damage against monsters who are inflicted with a status, for example the slow from your Stone Dragon. Once you reach level 75, I can use a special Kaiser hat that I had from when the class was released. If Kaisers wear this, they get plus 10 strength, plus 30% max MP, and 6 attack power from this hat. It's not super useful. Why are they getting 30% max MP? Anyway, it's all about the looks, right? So it looks really cool, so that's why we're using it. By the way, if you are enjoying this video, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe for more content. In the meantime, we are in Ariant already, in the Ariant Desert. I'm trying to move as little as possible, as you can see, and just summoning a stone dragon and then doing 2 wing beats, and that should actually take care of most of the map. Once you reach level 92, it is time to do some Zakum. And man, we slapped Zakum so hard, we DC'd right on the spot. At least we reached level 100 before we DC'd. But man, I was frustrated at this point, like all my EXP buffs gone. Now normally after we do Zakum we go to Skynest 2, but I wanted to show you an alternative, which is Robos and Ludi. However, the alternative is bad because Skynest is just the best map to go to, since like Star Force monsters give crazy high amounts of EXP and you only need 5 Star Force for this map. After reaching level 110, we go to Ludi to visit some old friends, starting with the Master Death Daddies. These monsters used to drop a recipe for a super strong ring, I think it was called Angelic Blessing Ring. But this ring isn't really meta anymore, so no one really goes here. After training there for a couple of levels, we went to Gatekeepers deep down in the Ludi Clock Tower. This is a small map which works well with Kaiser's attacks. Your new main attacking skill is Blade Burst, which has a small to medium range, but it does plenty of damage. We also get another boost to Dragon Slash, but yeah, no, I refuse to use Dragon Slash, the range is just too short. We also get Gigas Waves, which is a wonderful attack against boss monsters. Plus when in your final form, this attack will get buffed as well. There's also Dragon Barrage, which does a lot of damage and moves you forward, but it has a cooldown. I didn't really use this skill that much when training. Kaiser gets to summon an ancient dragon as well, which breathes fire on the map. I like to combine this skill with Stone Dragon so that you just breathe fire first and then you summon Stone Dragon so the monsters are drawn into the fire. And finally, it's good to mention the skill Grand Armor, which reduces incoming damage by 30% and 10% for your party members, which is very cool. After reaching level 130, we did all the quests in Korean Folktown to get some mesos and some nice quest EXP. After that, it was time to face my nemesis, the Big P, Pianus. At this level, this boss still gives plenty of EXP, and sometimes there's even 2 of them in the same map. Not many Maplers go up against the Big P, so taking him down in all channels can give you a quick level or 2. He's hiding deep in the caves in Aqua Road if you're looking for him. And the boss is super easy to defeat since he hasn't really been changed since like release, which was 14 years ago I think. We also went back to Ludi to complete some quests so we could face off against the easy Papilladis. This boss doesn't give crazy EXP or anything, but it's just nice to defeat more bosses every day so we can get those boss crystals and get more boss drops. We're almost to 140, so I went to Captain and Cruise to train there a little bit. After reaching level 140 I like to do normal Horntail, so that's what I did. And actually I started training during the week and I didn't really have a lot of time to play a lot. So instead of not sleeping and getting to 200, I for once was a responsible adult, so I only did Horntail, Monster Park and defeat 300 monsters every day for my daily login reward, and I did this for a couple of days during the work week to get to level 160. I also saw a very rare sword in the auction house, the Ryut sword. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. This unique sword can be obtained from the Tower of Oz random boxes I believe, and it gives a 70% chance to deal an additional hit with almost every skill. I did use up all my luck though when scrolling earlier, so I filled almost every skull on it, but okay, whatever, we're just gonna use it. I don't want to spend too many messes on this character. We're not going to any more Star Force areas, but I do like to get my weapon and gloves to 10 or 11 stars just for the additional weapon attack. Because we need to get stronger for Showa. Kaiser's hyper skills. Kaiser's Majesty gives your Kaiser +1 attack speed and some additional damage, plus you can ignore super weapon defense up and damage reflection while the skill is active. Ancestral Prominence blows up the entire map in a massive explosion so bright the sun is getting jealous. At level 190, Final Trance unlocks, which puts you in your true Kaiser form without needing to fill your gauge. We stayed in Showa until we reached level 180. Then we go to Stumps in Future Period and then to Forsaken Excavation Site 2 once you reach level 185, and we stay there until we reach level 200. Training Kaisers isn't really the fastest due to their low attack range, and they aren't really that strong either. I mean, last video I did do like Jet, Kana, Angelic Buster, so maybe I'm a bit spoiled, but yeah, it didn't really feel that strong. Oh, and at the end of the video I will show my gear so you can see what I was wearing when I reached level 200. Fifth job. Finally. Kaisers get a buff called the Draco Surge. This skill procs every now and then and it just does a bigger attack with a bigger range. It has a 7-second cooldown, but I think it's a nice buff to Gigas Waves. Next up is Bladeful, which takes your Tempest Blades to a whole new level of cool. Because now they don't only fly to monsters, they also explode, dealing even more damage and looking really cool while doing so. And finally Nova Guardians, which summons 3 other Kaiser's predecessors that attack monsters in the map. The Guardians are not static and will follow you around if the map is big enough, appearing in different places to attack monsters. And that is Kaiser! Many thanks to our members for making this video possible. Thanks to Quin, Niels de Coninck, Raar maar, waar, Zenny, Chen125, Zozil, Rarefum, Kroukur, ThePurpleFlurp, Zephyr Gaming and Sebastian Hanøy. If you'd like to be mentioned here as well and get early access to new videos, check out the join button below this video. Anyway, here are my equips. Thanks for watching, stay safe and happy mapling!